¿Querés preguntarle vos? Pregúntale vos. ¿Qué va a pasar con los edificios? O sea, si con la energía cero vamos a lograr para el 2020 estar mejor que en estos momentos.
With the net zero buildings being implemented, are we going to be in a better position by the year 2020 than we are today?
Oh, yes. There isn't any question in my mind that I think we're going to be in a better position in 2020 than we are today. I'm excited about the future, and I think zero energy buildings specifically are a part of our future, and they're an important part of our future. If we are going to be serious about preserving and protecting our environment.
¿Y cuál es la diferencia de las certificaciones que ustedes hacen con las certificaciones LEED?
What's the difference between the certifications that Asrahe provides versus the certifications that LEED provides?
Yes, the certifications that Asrahe provides test the body of knowledge in a specific area. Two of them relate specifically to design, two of them relate specifically to management, and two of them relate specifically to energy. And those are very specific, much more specific than the LEED certifications. So they are similar in that they are certifications both, but Asrahe's relate more to the built environment with respect to human comfort, indoor air quality, and energy.
Y ahora que van a estar juntos, porque ahora a partir de ahora hicieron una alianza. ¿Esta alianza que hicieron es internacional o es solamente para Argentina? La alianza de LEED con Asrahe.
She's wondering, with the alliance that we just signed in Argentina, is that specifically more to Argentina, or does that apply worldwide?
No, the agreement that we saw signed here today between the Argentina Green Building Council and the Argentine chapter of Asrahe is specific to Argentina. Having said that, we're hopeful that is a model that our other chapters will use outside North America to enter into an agreement with their local Green Building Council. Green Building Council does excellent work, as they do here in Argentina, and we certainly want to encourage that kind of collaboration.
Generalmente siempre hablamos del tema de que se subsidia lo que no es sustentable, por lo tanto se sostiene. Acá la construcción sustentable no la hacen todas las empresas, no la hacen todo, no está, digamos, no está diseñada y no está dentro de todas las empresas, de los arquitectos, no es interdisciplinario, porque tiene un costo extra. Y si hablamos de etiquetar todo el tema de las construcciones, al etiquetar tienen un costo extra que no sé si acá las empresas constructoras y los inversionistas están dispuestos a invertir. ¿Qué está pasando en Estados Unidos?
She's talking about the building labeling and the sustainable construction, and with the energy being subsidized, what would drive the owners and contractors to want to label their building, since there's an added cost. She wonders, how is that effort of labeling, BEQ in particular, going in the United States, in your opinion?
Yes. Your point is an excellent one in terms of is energy subsidized? It is subsidized. It's subsidized all over the world. And because it is subsidized all over the world, our energy cost that the building owner sees is artificially low. Why should we use building EQ? Why is it gaining in popularity? I think there's several things driving it. Number one, that subsidy may go away. There is a proposal in front of the International Monetary Fund to remove subsidies on energy. Not that I think that will pass, but it is a first step. The other thing, another driver that I've seen around the world is a carbon tax. The United States presidential campaign just finished, and for the first time in my memory, both a Republican candidate and a Democratic candidate offered up a carbon tax. In fact, we had the state of Washington actually voted on a carbon tax. So this is gaining some momentum. Another driver, I think, is going to be the understanding by owners, by building owners, that a high-performance building not only costs them less in terms of their utility costs, it provides a better, healthier environment, thereby allowing them to gain extra money through productivity gains. Now that is an emerging conversation, and as that conversation develops, I think that's going to be perhaps the strongest argument for a client to use.
Y el tema es que llegue a los usuarios, porque creo que falta conciencia. Todavía hay una falta de conciencia de todo lo que está pasando con el tema de los cambios climáticos, con el tema del cambio climático. El ciudadano común no tiene conciencia de esto. Y creo que también acá en la Argentina, creo que hacen falta los créditos verdes para poder tener en cuenta el envolvente, el vidriado, para poder tener en cuenta las huertas, las terrazas verdes, las paredes verticales verdes, el tema del confort, el tema de no usar tanto aire acondicionado ni calefacción. Y acá todavía no está dada este tipo de conciencia de que todo el cambio climático y que la construcción tiene que ver con un 40% en todos estos temas.
She's talking that some of the issues or problems they presently have is the people's conscious or awareness or taking to heart the truth of the climatic change. You know, that the buildings, the effect they have, the designs, the implementation of all the different lead sort of items as green roofs and the daylighting and all these different items.
¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando con el ciudadano? ¿Qué está pasando con el habitante de Estados Unidos en estos momentos?
And she also said until the citizenship, takes ownership, it doesn't take effect. She's wondering how is the citizenship in the United States or the people of the United States, looking at the sustainable practices in terms of our climate change. Are they engaged and motivated, I think, by climate change?
I think the people in the United States, and for that matter, I'd say the people around the world, are becoming more engaged with climate change. It hasn't reached that critical mass point yet, but the data is unmistakable. And I think what's going to happen as our climate continues to change, we are going to have more severe weather. The frequency of severe weather will increase. The natural reactions, the natural disasters that manifest themselves from that will increase. And when people start to feel the effect of climate change, then they're going to act. And it seems to me they need to act in a way that is as easy and simple as they can. And I think that's going to be saving energy in buildings. That is going to be the simplest strategic approach to climate change.
Bueno, la verdad, muchísimas gracias. Sé que le estoy quitando tiempo para el lunch, para el almuerzo. Yo particularmente pienso que es un tema de falta de comunicación muchas veces, porque el usuario común no lo tiene en cuenta porque sabe que tiene un costo quizás de un 8 o un 10% más en las construcciones sustentables, sin saber que eso es una inversión. ¿Y cuáles serían sus pronósticos con respecto a la construcción y a esta unión entre arquitectos, ingenieros? ¿Y qué va a pasar de acá en más, digamos, de acá en más, con respecto a toda la arquitectura sustentable, a la vida sustentable? ¿Qué pronóstico me puede dar con respecto a la conciencia de los habitantes? Si usted piensa que de acá en más todo esto va a contribuir para que podamos vivir mejor y se va a poder paliar todo el tema del cambio climático. La última pregunta. ¿Pronósticos?
She was talking about with the sustainable design and the new integrated design and the fact that it has a cost, an added cost of the 8 to 10% range, that owners may not be quite aware that it's really an investment that pays for itself. What's your outlook, of the implementation of sustainable designs? Do you think it's going to progress forward?
I do, and I think it's going to actually progress forward rather rapidly. Specifically, let's use the COP21 agreement that we signed in Paris, both Argentina and the United States. Once that becomes law in each country, we will have to do something to lower our carbon emissions. Well, if you have to do something, again, the easiest path, I think, for both Argentina and the United States and other countries is going to be to reduce energy consumed by buildings. That, I think, will be the easiest, most direct approach. Once the governments decide that's going to be the approach, and we start having federal rules, federal laws requiring carbon limits, then we're going to find the sustainable movement really taking hold and really accelerating.
Bueno, muchísimas gracias, que tenga una buena velada acá hasta que cuando sé que se están yendo el sábado, por eso no vienen el domingo. Muchísimas gracias y bueno, cuando tenga editada toda esta entrevista se la mandamos para Nebraska. Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you for your time. Wish you could have been here Sunday for our show, but thank you for your interview. She said once she gets it edited, she's going to send you a copy so you can have it.
Thank you very much for the interview. I appreciate talking with you and appreciate your deep interest in sustainability.
Sí, porque nuestro programa está destinado a mejorar el hábitat y la calidad de vida bajo 4 conceptos: desarrollos inmobiliarios, arquitectura, construcción sustentable e interiorismo. Así que muchísimas gracias por su contribución.
Thank you very much. Your program is based on 4 components: architectural, interiors,
desarrollos inmobiliarios y construcción sustentable, real estate.
And sustainable design.
Muchísimas gracias.
Muchas gracias.